Alright folks, here's a continuation of the garden. So we've got the peppers and the goji berries, and last year I even had a back row here to use this walking space with tomatoes, and they grew. I need to re-trellis though, because all my uh, material vine trellis that rots out after a while. I'm going to replace it with some metal that I bought and that you've seen some of my other trellises. Disappointment with the strawberries. I really had a bad year. I had this nice bin, great dirt, everything, but the strawberries kind of got diseased and they died. And this is the only plants that lived. I'm really disappointed that I had bad luck on strawberries. Now, the problem with this side of the house is there's again, in the winter months, there's a little bit of shade, and this tree gives a little shade, although I've cut the branches on the neighbor's tree. But this area here close to the fence gets some shade, and I'm wondering if that shade is not conducive to strawberries. Maybe they need more direct sunlight. I'm not sure on that. So we'll kind of experiment. If strawberries didn't do good there, then maybe I'll have to put them somewhere else, make another raised bin or the towers. This was a little raised bed that I had for a while. It's one of those put togethers at the store. So I put some dirt in here, and I got some tomatoes, and I got, I'm going to try to single line trellis them, see if I can do that. You got to keep on top of it though, because they bush out and then they go crazy. So I'm going to try to do that. Here I got the two raised beds that I usually have. I got to put my trellis up, but there's some onion. Here's some cucumber that I put here, and I got to get my trellis up because they're ready to start climbing. And then this one here. Now this gets a lot of sun all day long, but as you can see, my blackberries, they really grow and they get really bushy and long. And this one here is picky. Oh, I don't know why I didn't just replace that with the non-picky version, because gosh darn, all year long that stuff grabs you and pokes you and scratches you up. But it grows well, so I've kind of trimmed it back. I've got the trellis. As you can see, the trellis is up, and I've been putting some string here to kind of keep them from falling over and don't shade out my raised beds here. Kind of the same thing here. I got the tall posts, and I'm trying to string the canes. What I need is I got to buy more tape to maybe secure these so that they don't move around and flop over, right? But as you can see, they do really good here. They love it, and they make a lot of berries. Now here is the potato garden. Now you've seen me in the past have my sweet potatoes here, but I put these regular potatoes here back, it has to be 2 months ago by now. So they're really starting to grow, and I'll harvest these probably in April or May. Hopefully nobody eats them. But I'll harvest those, and then I swap them out with the sweet potatoes, and then the vines crawl all summer long there. So that'll be nice. Again, you can see that these blackberry vines, and who knows if I'm trimming them correctly too. I know there's a proper way to do it, and I probably just have to get better at this. Now, as I go through this jungle, because boy, you can see how it's just amazing how much that grows. And look at all the pretty white flowers too on it. Every white flower turns into a berry, right? So you can see how we had a great harvest last year. Really lots and lots of berries. So I'm hoping that this year we have, a good harvest too. And it looks like we'll have some. But I wonder if every year you have a good year and a bad year. This area here I put down some potatoes, but this has been the bed where I put the sunchokes, and gosh darn, those things are like a weed. Once they get in a bed, they'll take over the whole damn thing, and so you gotta really be careful. I like them, but boy, they overgrow and take over your bed. So back here tends to get a lot more shade. Now the neighbors, thank goodness they chopped down the tree. We had some new neighbors come in, and they moved those trees that were too close to that house anyways. So I hope to get a lot more summer sun back here, and that will be nice too. But as I work through my jungle here, even though you got mulch on the ground, weeds come up. Good thing is they're easy to pull and all that. So yeah, we have to do that, and I have to spread it out, and I have to start thinking about what I'm going to put here, right? What sort of vegetables and things, what goes best in what part of the garden. It's always fun to figure that out. As you can see here, that yellow cable, that is the cable line, and our cable company was nice enough to string it in an area where I wouldn't dig. It used to go through the backyard here, and that was just terrible because I cut the damn thing. But now what they did is they made it come along the back fence, and then to get to the house they send it here and then to the house. So what I did, so I don't ever cut it again, is where it is, as I have these stepping stones on top of it, and that way I'll know not to cut there, because I can't, because the stones are in the way. They'll protect that. So anyways, folks, I'm sure in your world gardening is getting ready to start as well. There's always a lot of work in the beginning to clear it all out and set it all up and get it all functional. So it's challenging, it's hard. Like I say, when you have a full-time job and you got to work, and I also travel, so I don't usually some weeks have evenings to come out and pull a few weeds. You know, I'm out of town. So it's always a challenge to keep things going, and it can be fun. It can be a pain in the butt sometimes when you're lazy and you don't want to get out here, but the weather's nice, it's cool. So yeah, get out in your garden and see what you're doing and show us what you're doing, and we'll all learn together how to do this thing. All right, talk to you all later. Bye.